into another functional movement workout. Now for today, we are focusing in on the knees, which mamas, let's be real, pregnancy doesn't work on our knees, and so does having kids running around everywhere that you're trying to play with and keep up with. So we are gonna go and give those knees some love. Now, before we jump into this workout, I do wanna let you know, you will need just a few things. So if you have a bench, a chair, a couch, a coffee table, anything of the sort nearby where you can sit on for one of the moves, go ahead and grab it. It's actually gonna be our very, very first move. So if you need to pause this video, go ahead and do that, grab it. If not, if you have nothing nearby you, don't worry, I will show you what you can do instead. Additionally, I want you to make sure that you have something like a set of dumbbells, wall plates, books, yoga blocks, rolled up towels, something of the sort, because we're gonna be doing an elevated squat. I just need it underneath your heels to get you up a little bit. Outside of that, if you wanna use a band for one of the moves coming up or a dumbbell for those squats, feel free to. I'm gonna walk you through a little bit with those squats and the glute bridge that we're gonna be doing to where it's gonna slow it down a little bit. So just know that when it comes to your weight. But other than that, let's go ahead and dive right on into today's workout. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk you through a little bit of this workout before we dive into it. So just like last week, so you have 9 exercises, 60 seconds, no rest. So we move fast, remember? Outside of that, if it's unilateral work, meaning we're working one side at a time, it's 60 seconds for each side, okay? Additionally, like I said, the first move, we're gonna be down here on whatever chair, bench, couch, whatever you have. I will show you during the move what to do if you don't have this. We're gonna be working on internal and external rotation of our knee. Then we're getting up and we're gonna go to the wall. What you're gonna do from here is you're gonna walk out just a little bit further away, harder, in, closer in is going to be easier. Whew. Anyway, from there, all you're gonna be doing is flexing your toes back towards your shins. Then we're gonna be doing our elevated squat. I got my dumbbells here that I'm gonna use to lift my heels up. Then we're on the ground for a reverse Russian. Then we're gonna do some leg lifts, sitting down, some mobility work for those knees, as well as some glute bridges. Then we're gonna do 2 different stretches and be done with it, okay? So we have less than 30 seconds. Go ahead and get whatever you need. Move number 1 is going to be this internal and external rotation. I want you to come up, I want you to sit closer to the edge of whatever you're sitting on, okay? Grab your thigh. I don't want upper leg, your thigh to move because I don't want your hip to be doing this. All I want you to do is you're gonna bend those toes back. So you're gonna flex them back towards your shin, move it in, plant it down, lift, and to the outside. Ready? Come on down. Let's go. Lift up towards your shin, rotate on that heel, drop it down on the inside, lift it up, rotate to the outside, and drop it down. Now we're doing one side here. What I really want you to focus on is rotating on that heel. I don't want you to pick that foot up. I want this solely, this movement to be that knee getting that internal and that external rotation happening with it, okay? What I don't want to see is that your thigh is moving, okay? If your whole leg is moving, that means your hip is now doing all of the move, okay? I need you to lift up, really pull those toes back, and then pivot on that heel and drop it down. Lift up and go to the outside. If you are a Friends, the TV show lover, I almost wanted to pivot. Just repeat that phrase over and over again and you'd understand if you know. Relax, we're gonna go to the other side. Lift up, internal, down. Up, external, down. Keep going. But yeah, if you're Friends, you would have understood that reference. I just didn't want to in case people were like, what is she talking about? Pivot. Anyway, so after this, we are going up to the wall, okay? So I'm gonna show you here in just a second. Make sure that your thigh is not moving. I want this solely coming from here. So you keep going. Your next move, you're coming up to a wall. And if you don't have anything to show you, or if you don't have a wall nearby you, I will show you what to do with this when we actually start the move, okay? You're gonna walk out from the wall right here, okay? All you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up with your toes back towards your shin, okay? Now again, the further away from the wall, the harder it's gonna be. You got 3, 2, 1, come here. So right here, I want you to walk it out for me. All you're gonna do is pull up and down. Now, what I want you to make sure of is that, again, you are pivoting on the heel. You're not bending your knees, you're not leaning forward, you're not thrusting your hips forward to try and get this movement to happen, okay? Now, if you do not have anything to lean up against, you're coming onto the ground and you're simply pulling back towards your shin, just like this, pivoting on your heels. Now, this isn't gonna get you as much work as it would if you were up against a wall. You could always put a band right here around your foot, attach it to a pole of some sort and pull against that band, okay? What you have coming up next is the elevated squat. I'm gonna move this out of the way so I have some room. So you're gonna get everything ready here in just a few seconds. You got 5 seconds. Now, again, you can do it with or without weight, but I'm gonna slow it down for you, okay? Ready? Get set up, get set up. Right here. I want your knees tracking in line with those toes going down very slow. Come up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, push it back up. Now I want you to be getting down about parallel, okay? If not, just go as low as you can. What I want you to make sure of is that you are rotating that pelvis, nice neutral alignment here, okay? Slight hinge at your hips. You're going slow, 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 making sure your knees track in line, okay? Now coming up next, we have a reverse rush in. You're gonna be down on the ground in a kneeling position. You're gonna act like you have a board in back, board in front. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. You keep going. Right here, board in front, board in back. You do not move. And you're going back as far as you can. Let those quads work to push you up, okay? Ready, come on down. Let's go. Core is engaged. Nice and controlled here. You have that rotation of your pelvis to help you get into a neutral alignment here. All right, core is nice and braced. You are not holding your breath. You're going back as far as you can, even if that's right here, okay? Board in front, board in back. It means you're not moving, you're not squatting down in this heel or in this kneeling, okay? You are leaning back as far as you can. No rounding or arching in the back, okay? Coming up next, you're just gonna sit down, not yet, not yet. I'll let you know when, okay? You're coming down, one leg at a time. You're gonna start out, lift up, point the toes up, flex back, up, inside, up, okay? You got 10. This is a unilateral move, so we will be doing 1 for 60 seconds, then just switching it on over to do it on the other side, okay? Ready? Come on down, 2, 1, let's go. Outside, toes are flexed, lift up, let that heel lead. Then you go to middle, toes are flexed, lift, inside, lift, repeat. Now, what I don't want you to be doing is coming all the way back here. I want you to try and stay nice, strong, and tall, even if that is as high as you can lift, okay? I want those toes flexed. I mean, pull them back towards your shin. I want you to kind of like hyper extend this knee, okay? So you are slamming as if you're trying to slam that knee into the ground, letting it pop up and lift. That's gonna fire on that quad, which is exactly what we want. You're doing it 3 ways: outside, inside or middle, inside. There you go. There we go. Remember, hyperextend that knee. Even if your knee doesn't actually hyperextend, that's the motion you're aiming for. Ready? Switch. So I'm slamming it in. It actually lifts my heel off the ground because of how I'm pushing down to activate my quad. By doing this, the different ways, the 3 ways that we're doing it, you're activating different parts of the quad muscles. All right, you have different quad muscles. So we're getting all of them activated here. And you're also getting some adductor work in there, which is important. Adductors play a role on the knee as well. So what we have coming up next, we're gonna go what's called knee cars. All right, controlled articular rotation. So very similar to what we did last week. You're gonna lock that knee in, okay? Not yet, you got 10. You're gonna bring one leg up, wrap the arm around, grab that bicep, lock in that knee, and you will lift up, okay? 2, 1. Let's go. So underneath, lock it on the bicep, lock it in the front, lift. Now pull those toes back for me. I want you to go to the outside. Keep your foot flexed as you go up as high as you can. Go to the inside, drop it down. Your toes stay flexed. Squeeze that arm, bring them to the outside. Lift it up. Your toes never leave this flex position. Inside, down, you're gonna squeeze. Now what I want you to do is stay right here, go up. Up from the inside. Go to the outside, bring it on down. We just switch the direction we're going. Squeeze, back to the inside, lift it up. This locks out your hip from helping you do this motion. All right, inside and up. We're about to switch sides in less than 10. So all you're doing, you're keeping your foot flexed. All you're doing is you're going out, lifting up as high as you're able to do. Ready? Let's switch now. Under, lock that bicep, lock the front and lift. Same thing. Now, if this gives you too much of a hassle to do the lock, I want you to lean back and grab your thigh as much as you can to lock it out so that your hip doesn't do the work, okay? Right here. So pull those toes back, outside, up as much as you can, inside and down. If you started the other way, it's totally okay. Don't worry about it. Up. Now go ahead and switch directions. Switch directions. Go up as high as you can. Really squeeze this arm on your way down, okay? There we go. After this, we're going down onto the ground for some glute bridge, but we're going to do it in an abduction. So this time, instead of like a normal glute bridge where your feet are apart, you're bringing your feet together, all right? Clip them together, plant them. Come on down. We're getting ready to go. 2, 1. Rotate that pelvis. Back is flat. Core is engaged. Up. Now, knees fall out. What I want you to do from here, pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3, squeeze 1, 2, 3. We're going down. 1, 2, 3. Shoot it back up. Hold. Now give me 1. Squeeze your glutes the whole time. Squeeze your glutes the whole time. Give me 3 presses. Then you're gonna hold for 3. You're gonna go down for 3. Shoot it back up. Hold for 3. Give me 3 presses. Then you're gonna hold for 3 again. And then you're gonna lower. All right, after this, you just have your stretching. Make sure your pelvis is neutral. No arching or rounding of your back, which really is hard to do while you're doing glute bridges, but you know, I want your core nice and engaged, no weeble wobbling. Ready? Go ahead and come on up for me. I want you right here in this little stag position and press, gently press. All right? If you want a deeper stretch, pull up that back leg. We're in our stretching portion. You just have these. You have this and one other type of stretch left. This is unilateral, so 60 seconds here, 60 seconds on the next side. Now, I want to let you know something. When it comes to static stretching, which is what you're doing right now, 1, you should never do static stretching before a workout. Never do it. After a workout, yes. Before, no. So static stretching, you will actually get the most benefits if you hold it for longer durations, okay? Meaning the muscles can see a benefit anywhere within 30 seconds to a minute. They get the most benefit around that time, and then holding it longer, you get a little bit more. Joints themselves, we're gonna switch to 1. Switch it out for me. All right? Joints themselves get the most benefit out of stretching when you actually hold that stretch for about 2-3+ minutes, okay? Now, the joint itself doesn't get stretched, okay? It is the muscles, it is the ligaments, it is the tendons with it that get stretched. Your bones, your joints move because your muscles. So if you're having an issue with your joints, you need to work on the muscles around it. Now, this might look like you strengthening it, you lengthening it, you inhibiting it. Maybe a combination of it all, okay? And what we're gonna do in a minute is we're just gonna sit down on the ground, legs straight out, okay? But when it comes to joints, you have to work on the muscles around them that's surrounding them, and that incorporates into them if you want to see that change in how they feel, their stability, how they function, etc. Go ahead and come on down. Sit straight here. I want you to put one leg out for me. I want you to drag that heel in. Let your hamstring here work. I want you to pull it in as close as you can and then hug it. All right, as close as it can where you don't feel pain, okay? Now if you're like, hold up, wait a second, I'm not really feeling anything, totally okay. I want you to come on down to the ground. We'll get a little bit of glute stretch in here then, just like this. And lay one leg out. This will allow you to get some of those hip flexors a little bit in there. But I know some people, this is way too hard for them, and that's a-okay. Start in that sitting position, okay? I need to come down here because I don't really feel much when I do that, but that's a great position to start. And you would just hold that. You want it to be a little uncomfortable, okay? You want to feel that stretch, but you don't want it to be painful. And again, if that sitting position is not enough, come on down where I am right now. You're gonna switch into one, switch it out, okay? I'm gonna show sitting again, just in case you need it. So you start out, drag that heel in. Let your hamstring work a little bit here, okay? Pull it in really tight until you feel a good stretch. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not painful, okay? It's just that normal. I can feel it. I know it's there. I know it's working. All right. Breathe as you do this. Every time, see if you can pull it just a little bit more down or closer in, depending on which position you're in. I did get asked last week if like these are the only exercises, the things that I show you, like the ankles one, if that's all you can do for ankles. Absolutely not. Everything that I'm gonna do in these workouts, I'm gonna do multiple workouts of like the same area. So don't worry about that. If I were to do every exercise, every go ahead and relax, every stretch, every mobility work, anything like that for these joints, if I were to do all of that into one workout, my goodness, we would be careful out. So no, I'm going to do multiple of each one. I'm trying to right now just get one of each out there, and then I'll go back through, okay? But other than that, that is it for today for your knees. Thank you so much for being here, for doing this with me. I cannot wait to see you right back here for our next workout together. So have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever it is for you, and I will see you very soon.